Hi everybody, I'm Todd. I hope you're having a great day. Today I'm going to discuss some of the fundamentals of audio production to help you choose between headphones and studio monitors. I talk a lot about headphones on my channel, but at the end of the day, headphones and studio monitors both have their own set of advantages and disadvantages, and the decision may not be as straightforward as it seems. So whether you're just getting started or considering an upgrade, I'm going to break down the key factors to consider. So let's get into it. Now, when it comes to sound isolation and environment, headphones generally fall into two categories, closed back and open back. Now, closed back headphones are just that. They're sealed up around the back, and they generally provide superior sound isolation by sealing around your ears. Seems pretty straightforward, block out external noise. Now, this makes them really ideal for focusing on intricate details for audio work, so if you're tweaking frequencies or recording an instrument, but they're especially useful if you're in a noisy environment, untreated environment like a home studio or a shared space. Now, open back headphones, on the other hand, are just that. They'll be open in the back to allow sound to escape from the ear cups, and generally that's going to provide a more open, spacious, and natural sound. It helps take care of some of the problems where you got a lot of audio bouncing around in a small area. Think of like in a room and audio bounces around, while a closed back headphone, you have to deal with that in a much smaller space. Now, distances are less, so that becomes a different issue, sometimes a little better, sometimes a little worse. That's a little more technical than I want to get here. But the thing is that they're often favored by audiophiles or professionals who want a more true-to-source transparency for critical listening, mixing, or at-home enjoyment. So open back's going to be really a popular choice there. But they're not ideal for a noisy environment, or shared spaces, because you're going to get ambient noise coming in, and of course audio is going to leak out as well. So there are people that will tell you that for critical listening and for the most natural sound reproduction, open back headphones are the best solution, and you're going to hear that a lot, although a lot of technology has moved forward in closed back designs to try to address some of the issues that we've had pretty much since headphones have been around. Now let's talk about different listening experiences. One major difference between monitors and headphones, of course, is how our auditory system processes sound. With headphones, each ear is getting its own feed, its own channel left and right simultaneously. This can make sound appear to be coming from inside your head. This affects your perception of the stereo image. It makes panning and spatial effects feel different compared to monitors. Software processing is around. There's a lot of different ones popping up that are trying to address this and give you more of the effect of monitoring in an actual space, but at the end of the day, it's not quite the same as using monitors. Now, studio monitors actually physically push sound out into the space, and it interacts with objects and the walls, and it creates shifts in timing and phase. And again, this isn't a highly technical video, but just know that interaction helps our brain understand volume and directional information more naturally. It's the environment we walk around in all the time. But remember, monitors also let music travel through walls, which could be a problem in close quarters, and an untreated space can result in peaks and valleys across the frequency spectrum. That gives you mixes that maybe don't translate well outside of the studio. Now, you'll often hear about people referencing on multiple playback devices and in varying locations. Maybe they go out and listen in a car, and they're trying to address just that, a mix that won't translate if it's heard as is in the room it's being done in. Now, another what may be obvious consideration is portability. Now, headphones undeniably are more portable and convenient for those on the go, right? So whether you're traveling for work, in locations, or you need to keep your studio setup compact, headphones can be a great choice where portability matters, and often you'll hear professional engineers are using headphones in addition to studio monitors as part of their regular workflow. Now, studio monitors generally require a dedicated workspace, proper acoustic treatment. However, some of the new smaller near-field monitors are trying to address that, give you a little bit of best of both worlds, get them to be a little more portable so they can be easily transported and quickly set up in different work environments. Another thing to think about here is smaller monitors also push out less low-end frequency. And it's those low-end frequencies that are more problematic, at least in most spaces, than some of the upper frequencies. So that can be helpful as well. And at the end of the day, it's all about what sort of listening environment you have versus what you need in terms of perceiving the image of the sound. Now, one often overlooked aspect is ear fatigue. And we hear about fatigue all the time with headphones, but it exists with monitors as well. Whenever you wear headphones for extended periods, pressure on your ears and the proximity of the sound source can cause fatigue. Studio monitors maybe seem to create less of this, but they can still cause tiredness, especially if there are issues in the setup or, frequency response in the room around you. So to mitigate that, professionals have learned that it's good to practice to use a combination of headphones and studio monitors, take regular breaks to maintain a fresh perspective on your audio work. So after going through a few considerations, what's my final verdict? Choosing between headphones and studio monitors ultimately depends on your specific needs and preferences. Both have advantages and disadvantages, and the ideal setup might involve a combination of both to benefit from each. Think carefully about your studio space, your acoustic treatment, listening habits. That'll help you make the right decision. The most important thing is to know your tools and how they affect your work. Whichever path you choose, investing in quality headphones or quality studio monitors will elevate your audio production. Now, if you need advice on setting up your own studio, you can book a one-on-one consultation with me using the link in the description below. I've been helping professional and hobbyist musicians and engineers for years get set up to do what they want to do most: make music. New space, gear, major upgrade, I've got you covered. As always, I appreciate you joining me today. If you want more information about home studio gear and setup, check out one of the videos on the screen. Take care, and I'll see you next time.